All right, guys, we got to talk about the whole trucking industry right now because the trucker boycott is not slowing down anytime soon. And I could tell you, it probably is getting a lot of attention from other politicians. Truckers are much needed in the United States. And don't think that they could easily be replaced. It's one of the hardest jobs, and try to be a trucker. Many people have, and they easily get burned out within 1 to 2 years. You're always away from home. You're always eating gas station food. You're always caffeinated. You're driving at night sometimes. You sleep in your truck. It's not super pleasant, and they deserve the six-figure income. So check this out. DeSantis mocks useless degrees from higher education. Now, one of the biggest things about this is it's good to have a degree if you're going to be a doctor, a physician assistant, an engineer, stuff like that, right? Those are like very good degrees, like STEM. But if you are doing other things, and you're going for a degree just because you want a degree to look good, let me tell you guys, many people go deep in debt just because they were told they had to get a degree in blah, blah, blah studies. And the truck driving program in Florida is giving their truckers a really high income, and it's way better. And what DeSantis is saying that they have this massive trucking stool. They're encouraging people to go for the blue collar jobs because they get paid more, right? Truckers get paid over $100,000, and they deserve to pay because it is a pretty difficult job. Or you could go to college, get your psych degree, whatever it is, and make $40,000 to $50,000 a year, which is kind of like the majority of the people's salary coming out from my university that I went to. A lot of people are just not making as much as they were told about. So we can see that the truck industry, there's a huge shortage, and they're not being replaced anytime soon. Not to mention, their salaries are very high. They could go where they want. They are not chained to one company or one broker. And then if you look at this, people who are actually in the truck industry are telling us, for example, this guy, Chicago One Ray, the broker they talk to deals with a ton of loads out of Michigan. And nobody wants to ship this to New York City. Now, the receiver paid a specific driver 30% more to get that load delivered to New York City, and within 5 minutes, they took it. Now, this is a great thing for truckers. They were getting paid more to go to New York City, which you could easily get tickets, easily get fines. There's speed traps everywhere. NYPD is out to get you. And also, the tolls are extremely expensive. And they're going to be implementing a new toll this summer. It's $15 to go from Jersey to Midtown Manhattan. Talk about crazy, right? Even the firemen are not exempt from the $15 toll. So we check out this guy saying it's some really crazy stuff. Truckers are making a lot of money going to New York City right now. There's about 20% of truckers who are refusing loads to New York City, and good for them. They're boycotting something that they believe in. Now, what about the truckers that are still delivering to New York City? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. People are just here to make money. You're in the trucker industry. You want to make as much dough as possible for a family. That's respect right there. And in fact, I think it's very smart to take the deal. You're getting paid 30% more. A few $1,000s more is a lot in someone's pocket. And of course, they're taking this to New York City. So if you look around, groceries are probably going to start costing a lot more in places in New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. And it's not just one trucker talking about this, but for example, this trucker is talking about the same thing. He's being offered an extra $2,000 per load to ship to New York City, which many truckers are gladly taking because you got 20% of truckers refusing to go. And the increase in rates are saying that the trucker boycott is making progress. This is one of the biggest boycotts in there, and we already see truckers on the Tucker Carlson show. We saw truckers in several different interviews. And I could tell you, rates are going up. And many people, they don't want to go to New York. And there's also a specific group of truckers who is kind of like in the middle. They kind of want to go to New York, or they sometimes go to New York. But after the whole Trump fraud situation and the increase of tolls, they are completely done with New York City. So the trucking boycott, is this over yet? Definitely not. It's still going. It's still going pretty strong. If you look into the amount of truckers coming out and talk about their experiences, there's a lot of them. And a lot of these truckers are telling the truth because every single of these truckers are all presenting about the same number. They're offering about $2,000 more or 30% more per load. They're also getting a lot more money per drive to New York City. And lastly, seems like it's very consistent, about 20 up to 30% of truckers are refusing to go to New York City. And that's where we're seeing. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. How do you guys feel about the trucking industry? And do you guys think the truckers can win this?